the most hotly contested race for one of the city council's 4 district seats is the 2nd district, and that's the district of St. Joseph, primarily representing South Side. With current council member P.J. Kovac not running for re-election, 4 new candidates have come forward to replace him. We meet some of them tonight. Regardless of who wins the race for the City Council 2nd District, Southsiders are sure to have a strong voice at City Hall.
I think District 2 needs somebody that's got a megaphone that speaks up for them. A lot of people down there do have a chip on their shoulder. They feel like they've been forgotten. They feel like they've been passed by for economic development, for infrastructure improvements.
Taylor Krause is one of 4 longtime Southsiders running in the race. The American Family Agent says he's been disappointed by the work of past city councils that have pushed off important work that's needed to be done.
The city has just had a bad habit, rather than doing, a few little projects every year that their budget allows, kicking a can down the street, and then 10 years later having all these projects that need taken care of that are cost prohibitive.
Krause says he's also concerned about St. Joseph's drop in population, saying that current leadership hasn't done the work needed to draw in new businesses and new jobs.
That we owe it to them to be able to try to make, St. Joe an attractive place to locate a business, because high tides raise all ships. If we can help businesses expand, grow, relocate here, people are going to move here. We cannot afford to lose another 3,000 people between this census to the next.
For candidate Mike Bodhi, he says it's personal for him to have a strong Southside voice on the city council.
I've invested heavily down here with the best part of my life and the best part of my family's life, and I felt like I could be a strong voice for the South End.
The commercial electrician is bullish on the South Side, saying it's time for that part of town to stop being overlooked.
We've got to start to expect more and want more, and it's time for us to. We have a tremendous amount of pride, and we have a tremendous amount of talent in the South End. And it's time for us to maybe use this council, see it as a platform to realize that.
Bodhi says if elected, he'll focus much of his energy on economic development for the South Side.
I want to incentivize business to be in our area, especially small business. I want to see South End people working at South End businesses and prosperity. We are an underserved market. We have money down there, we have talent down there, we have people down there. Now we just need to open the way for business to come in.
Candidate Armstrong also feels like the South Side's been taken for granted by much of the rest of St. Joseph.
I listen to a lot of families. They're like, nobody's listening to us. We're feeling like we're being ignored. And that, I've heard that so often.
The Walmart employee took a major role in cleanup of South Side following flooding there 2 years ago. He says the city didn't do enough to help, and that's a lot of his motivation for running for the city council.
It's pretty important to get new people in there, new faces, to be out there and give the people of St. Joe a voice to let them be heard and work on their concerns and address those.
Like Krause and Bodhi, Armstrong also wants to keep the I-229 double-decker bridge to keep Southside's industrial traffic moving. He also wants more work to be done on salaries for police and other public safety workers.
A lot of our police officers have left for higher pay and jobs outside of our city, and I'd like to see them get equal pay to neighboring cities, bring that up to make it equal so we can retain officers and maybe hire more officers as well.
Candidate Ben Burnett unfortunately was not available for an interview. The top 2 vote getters in next Tuesday's primary election will advance to April's general election. Unless one of them gets more than 50% of the vote, then they would automatically win.